Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Let it roll for a minute. Woo. All right, what's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the number one Cowboy fan in Hampton, coming at you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, I said Mo news. M-O news that you can use. And man, do we have news today. Let's give it up. Sheesh. I don't know about y'all, man. It's a lot going on. Ooh, man, and it's like drama for your mama. All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing okay. Let me get this music going and turn down a little bit. But we got a lot to talk about, man. And it's crazy. And here we are going into the championship. And yeah, we're not playing again. Kevin Hicks in the house. We'll give it up for Kevin Hicks. What's up, Kevin Hicks? Yeah, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man, and hanging out with us, man, because we got a lot to talk about. And we got to figure out what we're going to do. And our guy, the WWE guy, is in the house. Ivan Sosa. Give it up for Ivan Sosa. Yeah, man. So listen, guys, we're going live tonight, man. And what in the world is going on in the Dallas Cowboys headquarters? I cannot begin to say all the things that's taking place. But before we get started, man, we got to get started with this. We got to give thanks to everybody, man, that's out there, man. You know, again, you know how we do it, man. We have to give a big shout out to all our subscribers and all those that follow us on the Cowboy Huddle. Again, this is the Cowboy Huddle, where we come together in the Cowboy Huddle and we talk Cowboy talk. And again, we're never apologetic for anything that we do or say, because it's like barbershop talk. So we want to give a big thanks to the Cowboys on deck, Cowboys Fan 365, We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queen of Honor by Cowboy Fan Club Mexico, Cowboy Fan Zone 24/7 Guadalajara, Hard Hitters Lifestyle, One Star One Family, and Can Fan, and all those guys that's out there that's supporting us, man. We appreciate you guys being here. So let's give it up. All right, man. So yeah, yeah, Kevin Hicks says immature. It is very immature, brother. All right, yeah, immature. Hey, y'all see what I titled this, right? Y'all see what family feuding in Dallas. The family feud has came to the Cowboy headquarters. What's up, Trackhawk? Give it up for Trackhawk. My man Trackhawk is in the house today, man. Guys, you guys are gonna have to help me with this tonight, because I cannot answer all the things that's taking place, man. There's a lot going on, and let's start with, first of all, the first topic we got, man, the family feud. I don't know about y'all, man, but like Kevin said, it's immature. And let me say this here. I remember when my boys was playing football, and you know, as a parent, you sit in the stands and you watch the game. And you know, sometimes there's some things that happen on the field that you just want to say things about a certain kid because he dropped the ball, or the quarterback got sacked, or the defensive player missed the tackle. One thing I've learned is be careful what you say when you're at a football game, because what you say about another player, you have to remember that's somebody's child. And I say that to say that CD mom, and I understand, see, this is a lot different now. Social media is hell. I'm gonna tell you, it really is. And sometimes we get on there, and I know we all are upset, and she has every reason to be upset, because I think we all are upset. But she has the audacity to say that Dak is not it. Yeah, that's where it all stemmed from. And then from there, Ted Prescott got involved and he had some words to say. And from there, Terrence Parson, which is Michael Parsons' brother, had something to say. So it's a lot going on. And I say that to say this here, guys, to be honest with you, no one came to Dak Prescott's defense. And that's what everybody's talking about. It's like, why haven't anybody stepped up and said something to defend Dak, saying that, hey, this is our quarterback? We remember Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was one that cried. And even though Romo was, hadn't won anything, but Terrell Owens came out and he made mention, hey, that's my quarterback. Do you think Dak is it? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that here shortly. But again, and this is where the turn has come, where now people are asking, where is the owner? Why hasn't he came out and spoken about the situation, about how this is going on with CD's mom and CD against Dak against CD, and just the things that's taking place. And I guess that's where we are right now, because people want to know, why haven't anybody came out and defended Dak? Well, this is something that you don't see every day. This is something that you do not see every day. The squabble amongst the parents or the relatives, and this has blown up to something big. And again, guys, you have to be careful what you say about another individual. And I understand CD mom is upset, but for you to say that Dak is not it, that is basically you're asking for trouble. And I understand, and we're just as frustrated as CD's mom. We really are, because again, here we are in championship game, and I think we all felt the same way, that we had everything in place to make a run for the Super Bowl. Yeah, and I'm upset, but I've had time to think about it, and I want you guys to chime in as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this link in here. Anybody wants to get in here today, it's wide open today. Okay, it's wide open. I'm just gonna do this here. Anybody that got something to say, because we got it. Man, listen, I don't know. It's sad, but this is what's happening. But anyway, so yeah, this is something that has taken off, and social media has blown up behind this situation between the Dak and CD, and CD's mom, and Dak's brother, and Michael Parsons' brother, and things like that. So it's something that, man, hopefully it's taken care of. But I asked that same question: where is the players in Dak's defense? But then again, you gotta understand, look at it like this as well. Maybe, just maybe, the players say, I ain't getting involved in that. I'm not getting involved in that. So, and maybe that may be the case, but it's just so much going on. So we know the family feuding is going on. But not only that, we also know that Jerry is running it back. Jerry Jones is running it back. Jerry Jones has decided to run it back with Mike McCarthy. And yeah, we don't know about Dan Quinn, because we know Dan Quinn has a few interviews, and he's getting second interviews with these same teams. So we're not really sure where this is going with Dan Quinn. Now, I just found out that who was it? The Packers released I think his name is Joe Barry. I just was told by a friend that Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator there, has been released. Felicia Collins say, just maybe the players feel the same way. Ooh, that could be the case, and that is the question: are the players fed up with Dak? But I understand that. Come on, guys, we gotta be straight up about this. It wasn't all Dak's fault. And I know we're still talking about this, but the defense gave up a lot of points as well. But we don't know. We're on the outside looking in, trying to see what's going on the inside. So we don't know what's going on. But that's what Felicia asked. Do we think that's how they feel about Dak? I have no idea. But anyway, so here we are, man. Jerry Jones is running it back. He's running it back with Mike McCarthy. So, and I'm a little concerned about that. So you're running it back with Mike McCarthy without extending Mike McCarthy. How does Mike McCarthy feel about that? This is the question. How does Mike McCarthy feel about knowing that they're running it back with him, but you're not getting a contract extension? So it basically sounds like, okay, you got 1 year left. No, you're going to work that. You're going to play that out. Now, I've heard this have been mentioned as well. Somebody had made mention of Mike McCarthy being in this position. And it's two ways he can look at this. Police say right now he's happy to have a job. I don't know. Is he happy? And we don't know. And maybe it is. Maybe he could be happy saying that, okay, I got another chance at this. But if, like someone else said, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I'm going to have to go to Jerry Jones and say, okay, since you're going to have me coach this last season, I need you to go all in and get me a running back. Get me some offensive linemen. I need you to go all in and spend some money and bring some players in here in order for me to do what I said I can do. He said he had a championship team and he know how to win, but we didn't see that, did we? No, we did not. So, again, the question is, is Mike McCarthy excited to still have a job, or is he a little pissed like, okay, you got me here to coach on this last season, but if it's me, I'm going to Jerry and I'm saying, Jerry, okay, since you're going to have me here, I need players. I need a 6'1", 233, 34-pound running back. I need another offensive tackle. I might need a center. I need some linebackers. Now, because you got to remember now, this is what Mike McCarthy said when Kellen Moore was. He said, hold on, if we're going to lose, let me lose on my own terms. So let's get rid of boy one to Kellen Moore and let me do this. Kevin Hicks said, Mike McCarthy said in interviews, his family needs football, not for the money, just as it's part of their lives and so much. And that's true, because I think his wife is really, really successful. I mean, she's banking. Teflon, what's up, baby? Appreciate you coming through, man. Yeah, we're talking about it tonight. Mike McCarthy gets us to the NFC Championship, then he gets a new contract, and that's possible. But again, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I'm going to Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, or somebody, say, okay, since we're doing this, I need a running game. And we're not bringing Pollard back, release Pollard, but I need a running game. I need somebody that can tote the load, okay? But this is the question. If Jerry Jones is running this back, is he willing to go all in, do like he done before, like getting Deion Sanders, bringing in a Charles Haley, Ken Norton, players like that? That's the question that we need answered. That's the question we need answered. So we don't know. So, but in order to do that, in order for us to do that, to bring those players in, okay, Felicia said right now, do you honestly feel he has the right to make any request? Well, I mean, why not? Why not? You're not going to give me an extension. So yeah, if you want to win, all right, what's going on, Robert? Did you get your T-shirt and did you get your mug? I hope you did, brother. I hope we sent it to the right address. So do we sign running back or draft? Both. And I say that because, if we can get Derrick Henry for a little bit of something, a little bit of nothing, would be a great addition. But you still go draft your running back. Yeah, I really think. Now asking Jerry to do that is one thing. Who we need to ask is Steve. Ooh, give it up. Kevin, you just said something. Because that's exactly what I was gonna say. Robert, thanks for the Cowboy Huddle T-shirt and Tom. Appreciate you, man. All right, man. No, thank you, man, for being a faithful subscriber, man, and checking in with us, man. I really appreciate you. Hold on, moderator. We got something, but let's go back to that one he just said. Okay, what was the question? What was that other question? Now, do we need? Okay, who we need to ask is Steven, and that is the question too, because Brian Broaddus off 105.3 The Fan actually said he does not believe that it's Jerry that's running this. He believes that it is Stevens that's making all these moves or none moves. This is what Brian Broaddus was saying, because Brian Broaddus is one that covered the Cowboys some time back, and he knows Jerry. But he feels that where we are right now, he feels that this is something that Stephen Jones is doing, running it back with Mike McCarthy, the Dak situation. And that's what I want to get to real quick about Dak. Now, let's talk a little bit about Dak, because Dak is coming under attack, and there's a lot going on with Dak. And right now, Dak is let me tell you something. Dak is running the show. Give it up for Todd France, his agent. Todd France has set this thing up to where Dak has total control of his contract. No franchise tag. He has a no trade clause in his contract. He had the $160 million signing contract, and the dude is winning. So when we say Mike McCarthy, will he go and ask Jerry Jones, I need running backs, I need you to go all in on players? We got to start with Dak and Dak's contract. Now, I know we're talking about, I'm kind of getting off here, but we heard some people talk about trading Dak. Oh, well, now we're talking about, I'm off script, but it's okay. We're talking about trading Dak for Justin Fields. And some may, I see you down there, Dalton. Hold tight. I'll get you in just a second. Some may say this is a good thing. Some may say it's a bad thing. But let me just share this with you guys. Trading Dak. If I'm Denver, if I'm the Patriots, if I'm Atlanta, teams like that with these number one picks, what sense does it make for me to give my first round draft pick away where I can get a quarterback for about $5 million? I trade that away to Dallas, and I bring in Dak and his contract. Hey, let's call Denver. Maybe we can call Denver. Hey, Denver, listen, we couldn't get Dak a contract, a Super Bowl. Maybe y'all can help us. Hey, we'll send you Dak if you give us your first round. It doesn't make sense when I can go get me a rookie quarterback. Now, maybe later in the rounds, but there is a lot that's tied to Dak. First of all, Dak would have to say, hey, I'm going to waive my no trade clause. And this is another thing that people are saying. They're thinking that maybe Dak is, Jerry and Steven is holding out with all this controversy that's going on. Chip, what's going on, man? All right, well, we're going to get a chance, man. Swing through, man. Come holler at us and let us know your take about our Cowboys. That's our guy, Chip, Game Sports TV from the East Coast. But so it's a lot that goes with this. I know we all saying, well, why haven't we made any moves? Why haven't we made any moves? You cannot make any moves until Dak say you can make some moves, because Dak is carrying a cap, $59.9 million this year. That's a lot of money. So Robert Barron said, if they trade Dak, who would be a better quarterback? I know. Why would we trade Dak for another quarterback when we got a quarterback sitting right there? Trey Lance. We got Trey Lance. And that's another touchy situation. When it comes to talking about Dak, I'm going to tell you something. People gets in an uproar. And some are saying we need to trade Dak. Some are saying that we need to keep Dak. But again, we got to really say this. We got to say that Dak is a good quarterback. Dak did not lose that game by himself. The defense had a lot to do with it. The special team had a lot to do with it. So there's a lot that goes along with what took place in that wild card game. But going back to Dak, let me show y'all something. Let me get to his contract real quick, guys. I want y'all to see something here. So here's the contract notes. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys agreed to a 4-year, $160 million contract with $126 million in guaranteed on March 8, 2021. Prescott received $95 million fully guaranteed at signing. The full guarantee consists of Prescott 2021 and 2022 base salary, as well as a $66 million signing bonus. The remaining $31 million becomes guaranteed on the 5th day of 2022 league year. Prescott has no trade clause and a no tag clause in the contract. There are 2 void years at the end of the contract for proration purposes. So those are something what we call ghost years. But dude, this got all the power. So the question is, extend or not to extend? You guys tell me. Bring those comments up. Let's see, moderator. Let's see these comments because I want to know: do we extend or do we not extend? Let's go there. Let's talk there. Let's start there. Do we extend or do we not extend? Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Teflon. I feel we need to sign another run stopping defensive tackle and bring back Hank back if he still wants to play. I think Hank wants to play. I really do think Hank wants to play. Kevin said extend, so you want to extend the next 4 years, okay? Robert said they're going to have to extend, and that's well, yeah. And you know what, Robert, you are so right, because in order to free up money, they're going to have to extend Dak. Now, some of us pretty much fed up with Dak, and some of us feel that Dak can still bring something to the table. But our coach said he knows how to win. So right quick, I'm gonna bring somebody out. Hey, okay, Lord Nova is in the house. Give it up. Appreciate you stopping through, man. You know us, man. We're chopping it up, man, trying to figure out what the Cowboys are gonna do. And with that being said, I'm gonna bring our guy in real quick. Give me another second team All-Pro quarterback. I like it. And see, this is the thing. It's nothing. We gotta remember, this is all our opinions, and it's nothing to get upset because somebody voices their opinion. So we all have an opinion. And Kevin Hicks said, then I'll take. Okay, and I understand. But with that, before we go any further, I want to bring Dalton on. Dalton sitting here in the green room waiting to come on. So let's see what we got and see what he got on his mind. Let's give it up for Dalton, Cowboy fan.
What's up, guys?
Look like you hard at it tonight, man. What's going on? What you serving tonight?
Man, as y'all can tell, store is pretty much empty. So
is that Waffle House?
Not really much, but sorry.
Is that Waffle House?
Yep.
Give it up for Waffle House.
Only
hey, don't get me in trouble, man. Don't get me in trouble. I can't promote them like that. What's going on? What's on your mind, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Been trying to get my hours back and been kind of iffy on average here, but other than that, Cowboys playoff wild card, kind of, a little disappointed, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, so where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, Dalton?
See, so like we're saying, it's our opinions, right? Okay. I think we gave him Dak plenty of chances. I really do. I mean, 8 years, 2 playoff runs. He's another Tony Romo to me. hate to say, I mean, I love Tony Romo, but he
Uh-oh.
make it
Come on
more.
back, man. There you are. Okay. Say that again. We missed that. Say that again.
Okay, so to me, Dak Prescott is another Tony Romo. Can't get us to the promised land. Yeah, he can get us to the divisional round, but I mean, can't get past it.
Mhm.
8 years. You look at it. His rookie season went 13-3. Had high hopes. You go through seasons. Granted, he hasn't had as many weapons through the years and good coaching. I'll give him that because Jason Garrett,
Yeah.
he was hit or miss. Mike McCarthy, I don't, I don't, I don't fully know about Mike McCarthy. I
Right.
really don't. Like, I think he's better than Jason Garrett, but
Yeah.
still. But we got Trey Lance, and from watching Trey Lance's highlights in college and then at his pro ball and stuff, even with the 49ers, I mean, he really never had a chance with the Niners. So I'm starting to look at Trey Lance. We got him for what, a fifth round, fourth round, fifth round pick or so.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
like,
we got him for a little bit of nothing. Right.
well, exactly. So like everyone's like talking about like trading Dak. I'm like, well, like you were saying, he's a hit in our cap. So
Yeah.
I'm like, why do that when we can start leaning towards Trey Lance? I mean, rookie QB. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we should start giving Trey Lance some shots.
Yeah, you know what? And I like that answer because see that's what I love about this channel because one thing about it, this is what we do. We can talk about our Cowboys. Now, anybody on the
Right,
outside, there's gonna be some problems. But
right, yeah,
and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that that's how you feel because there's a lot of Cowboy fans feel that it's time to move on from that. Some say, well, wait a minute, how are you going to talk about Dak and he still got something in the tank? And true enough, he's a good quarterback
he's a
in my
regular season
opinion.
quarterback. Regular
But
season quarterback.
again, we had 3 shots in the playoffs and we failed miserably all 3 times. So
Yeah,
so it's a conversation that need to be had. So you say we need to probably move on and probably give Trey Lance a shot. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, well that's great. I mean, that's something that needs, and in due time we'll find out what they're going to do.
Right,
But
right,
only way anything can happen is Dak has to waive his no trade clause and say, you
right.
know what,
Exactly.
I'm not going through all this with these, with all this drama in Dallas. Trade me, and
Right.
maybe that's
Yeah.
what Jerry and Steven are waiting for. See if he says that or not. But we don't know. Like I said, we're on the outside looking in. But
Right.
but yeah, Dalton. So we'll see. So you're gonna watch the games this weekend?
Of course, of course. I'm wanting the Lions to beat the Niners, and I'm wanting the Ravens to beat the Chiefs.
Well, I really think the Lions can do it. I really think the Lions can
Yeah.
do it. So it's
Look at
definitely
Green Bay.
yeah,
They lost by what? What by?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think it
If
was
they
a
made
field
the
goal.
field goal, they could have won it.
Yeah. So the running game would definitely be a lot stronger with
Yeah.
who I wanted us to draft Jameer Gibbs. You go back and look on the video.
Okay.
I did a whole video on Jameer Gibbs. I said we need to go draft this kid. They don't listen to the Cowboy Huddle. They need to start
No.
listening to Cowboy Huddle.
For real.
Hey, Dalton, I got to keep it moving, man. But appreciate you
Yes,
coming on,
sir.
man, and
Thank
hanging
you.
out with me, man. And
Of course.
just hanging out with us and keep putting your comments up there, man.
Of
Okay.
course. Of course. Hey,
All
go
right.
Cowboys, DC for real.
That's right. All right. Give it up for Dalton, Cowboy fan. Give it up. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get to some of these comments. Okay, Robert says that we need to beef up the O-line to protect Dak better. And you know what, Robert, I've been saying that because I say if you look at this roster, this roster shows that our defensive side of the ball, we are stacked like 4 deep. But then when you look at the offensive side of the ball and look at the roster, it's like you got a guard playing center, a center/guard, and and it's just very shallow. So I agree with you, Robert. We definitely need to beef up this O line to protect that. Now, let me ask you this, Robert. What would you think, and how would you? I mean, what do you think about if Tyron Smith moves on? What would you think about moving Tyler Smith out to tackle and allowing Bass to play the left guard? And you can still make you still make your draft. That's just something that I'm thinking about. If things get worked like it If we have to go to that if we have to go that route, we can always slide him out there. We can always slide Tyler Smith out there and bring Bass. I think Bass is good enough to where he can start and hold it down. But we still, I agree with you. You're asking the quarterback to carry an offense and a defense who can't stop running water. Damn. But you know what, Kelvin? Let me say this. And I keep saying this, and a lot of people, I hope people, we do good in some games, stopping a run. But the games that we do not do well against are against coaches like Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, and Sean McVay. And you know why I say that? Because they all come from the same offensive tree. They all run, and for whatever reason, Dan Quinn cannot stop that type of motion, misdirection offense. He just can't. So, yeah, that's something to think about. Dan is good in certain areas when it comes to playing against certain teams, but when he has to face those three coaches, he does not know how to defend that offense. He does not. Teflon, what you got? The question is it Dak that can't get us to the promised land, or is it the team can't get us to the promised land as a whole? Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you one. I got something. I got a video I gotta show you guys. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something. I got a video, and I want to share this with y'all because I have to. Because this is what's missing. Let me get to it. I'm gonna give it to it. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's give it up. We got a video. We got a video. We got a video. So I want to share this with you. This is what we're missing, Teflon. I'm gonna show you what we're missing. Let me turn this down. I want y'all to hear this. This is what we're missing. Okay. All right. So y'all probably seen it, but I'm gonna run it. All right, take that down for me real quick, moderator, because we're gonna get into this video. All right, here we go. Y'all remember this?
Somebody's got to get their attention, and I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done their job all night. Guys out there off, and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach that won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively won't do anything about it. I mean, enough's enough. Babysitting's over. Somebody's got to get.
Come on, man. Did that not give y'all goosebumps or what? Did that? See, that's what we're missing. Who is that guy that's going to tell these guys, get your head out your butts, get your hand out your butt, and what Dak just said? Who's going to do that? Dak is not going to do it. CD's not going to do it. Brandon Cook is not going to do it. Who is going to take charge? This is what we miss. What you saw is a prime example what Jimmy Johnson instilled in Troy Aikman. And Troy Aikman said, everybody's lollygagging, everybody's doing it. And guess what? That's exactly. Michael Irvin said it best when he said he came to the Cowboys. He said, he wasn't used to losing like that. And he was crying. And the guys came to him and say, hey, quit crying. Make sure you get that check. You get that check on Tuesday. And sure enough, he said he got on the phone when he knew Jimmy Johnson was coming. He got on the phone and said, hey, man, these guys, he started snitching. These guys got to go. They don't want to win. And that's where we are. We need somebody like Felicia said, Dak does not have. We need somebody with some fire. Give it up. And Mike McCarthy is not that guy. Mike McCarthy, his speeches are totally different than Jimmy Johnson. We saw what Jimmy Johnson said at halftime. He was at work, and he still gave out a message to the Cowboys of what needed to be done. And that's what we miss. And the problem with that is Jerry does not want someone that's going to come in and be that type of coach. Because if he did, he would have went and got Bill Belichick, which I still think that the game has passed Bill Belichick, but he's a structured, no-nonsense type of coach, and that's what we need. Henry Hill said, Diggs called Dak. Yeah. The truth hurts, man. And Dak is just not that guy, you know. But I think, sometimes you do your little brothers like that to toughen them up. But yeah, that's exactly what he had said. You are definitely right about that. He did. He called him out. But man, it's just, we need somebody with some fire. We need somebody with some fire, man. And again, when I say that about Dak has all the control. Dak, give it up, like again, say give it up to Todd France. Todd France worked out. I didn't think Dak was going to actually get that much, but when he got that contract, but guess what? Todd France wheeled and deal that thing, man. Let's see what we got. Let's see. What we got, Kelvin. I understand a lot of players haven't lived through the post Aikman day, and that's so true. That's so true. And I guess, Kelvin, because I'm old school, I've come back from all the way from the Landry era, and Tom Landry was a no nonsense. wasn't a loud talker, but he got his point across. Stern face, held everybody accountable. And then from that, after he, kind of declined, we brought in Jimmy Johnson. We saw Jimmy Johnson within 4 or 5 years, get this team up and running. But we saw the way he coached. So I guess us older guys or the older generation, we expect more. But a lot of people haven't lived through the post, and they haven't. And some people just want to see better than what they saw last year. But as far as me and from the old school, I have a lot of demands from the Cowboys. So, yes, I agree. But with that being said, now we talked about Dak Prescott, but, man, we have to get into this also. We have to get into the next topic as well. What we got, moderator? And it's basically talking about, yeah. Well, we'd already talked about that. Go on to the next one for me, please. Yeah, so trade to not to trade. So it's already been told, man, that they're thinking about having to restructure some contracts, man, just to free up some money. So yeah, it's been reported right now, man, that they're discussing the subject. Todd Archer laid out some other details concerning Cowboys' financing and specifically said that they already plan to restructure the deals for both Zach Martin and Trayvon Diggs. It's been told right here that the Cowboys already plan to restructure the contracts of All-Pro guard Zach Martin and cornerback Trayvon Diggs, who is coming back from ACL, which could net them about $20 million in cap space. They can restructure the deal of the right tackle Terrence Steele as well. They can designate wide receiver Michael Gallup a post June 1st cut and sign. I'm sorry, June 1st cut and gain $9.5 million. Although they would not add that space until June. Also, they can sign All-Pro receiver CeeDee Lamb to an extension that would actually lower his $17 million cap figure and make him the highest paid receiver in the game. So this is what we have to do as far as will and deal to create at least 20 to 30, $35 million in cap space because of that. Now, we don't know what Dak's going to do, but right now they're thinking outside of Dak. But right now, this is exactly what they're talking about doing, man, as far as, restructuring, Zach Martin and Trayvon Diggs contract, man. So, it's just where we are, guys. It's just where we are right now. And, and with that being said, there are y'all aware of how many free agents we have? But I'm not going to name all the free agents, but I'm going to name some of the standout free agents that's out there. So, we have Tyron Smith, which, he's been in this league for 13 seasons. We got him. We have Tony Pollard that's been with us for 5 seasons. Stephon Gilmore, okay? Jordan Lewis. These are all people, these are all players that are free agents this year. Free agents. So we got a lot, man. We got a lot on the table. Dorrance Armstrong, 6 seasons with Dallas. Jaron Kearse, 3 seasons with Dallas. Dante Fowler, 2 seasons with Dallas. Jonathan Hankins, Chuma Adoga, Neville Gallimore, and Rico Dowdle. Well, not just Rico Dowdle, Tyler Biadasz, and CJ Goodwin. So, guys, we got some issues. we got some folks we got to try to get signed, and we got to figure out how we. Whoo, man. When it rains, it pours. We got to figure out what we're going to do with that. We got to restructure some contracts. And we got free agency. We got a bunch of free agents, 16 free agents out there. Who you keep and who you release. Now, out of that, I really would love to see. Where is it at? I don't know about you guys, but Tyler Biadasz, I really like to have him back, man. Neville Gallimore and Jonathan Hankins. God almighty. J-Ron Kurz, oh my gosh. Jordan Lewis, what do we, man? Y'all tell me, okay, what you say, Henry here? Henry says Kurz, Wilson, and Hooker all need to go. Oh, Henry. Explain yourself. I'm a little confused on that. Maybe we could probably replace Kurz, but Wilson? I mean, I guess maybe Wilson's not the best coverage guy, but yeah, I like Wilson because he plays down here. Tyrone says Tyler bye. Well, I wouldn't be too upset if Tyler was gone, Tyrone, because we could draft the center and move Bass to guard and slide Tyler Smith out to tackle. We could do that. Hooker got a 4-year extension. I like Hooker. I think our biggest issue is we need serious linebackers. Give it up. Oh. We cannot play this game with safety playing linebacker. We can't. We need the big bodies in the middle. We need the big bodies. Yeah, I'm over Biadasz too. Yeah, Biadasz, after Travis Frederick went down, it took him some time. And then we lost Joe Looney. I hate we lost Joe Looney because I thought Joe Looney was the guy, but we got rid of Joe Looney. We brought Tyler Biadasz in, and it took us some time. And he's been average, but I don't think Tyler Biadasz has been dominant like the Travis Frederick and the Joe Looney, those guys. But again, guys, I think the biggest issue at hand is we need real linebackers. Yeah. Teflon said Travis Frederick spoiled me. Oh yeah. And it was just devastating the way he went out, man. But he had to do what he had to do. But I think the biggest concern, guys, we cannot go forward having safeties playing linebackers. And I understand it's good against some offenses when you're running the 5 wide, but when you're running that double tight or you running a bunch package and you're running the ball like I said, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and Matt LaFleur, how they run the ball. And my biggest problem is Dan Quinn did absolutely nothing to make adjustments. Yeah, serious biz. Dan Quinn did absolutely nothing. Henry says, why I make Parsons? Oh, man, me and you on the same team, bro. Why I make Parsons back to a linebacker and Texas linebackers we drafted last year. We be unbelievable. Comes 100%. Parsons not. Yeah, why do we not see? If we go back to that Green Bay game, what Matt LaFleur said, I have to protect my quarterback. I cannot let this pass rushing team get to my quarterback. What did he do? He brought in 2 tight ends. Where do we have Parsons? On the edge. And people say, oh, well, Parsons didn't do nothing. How can Parsons do anything when you got a 300-pound tackle and you got a 280, 70-pound tight end, locking you up? That was by design. Matt LaFleur said, I know this defense. Excuse me. I know this defense. They're a pass rushing team. I have to protect my quarterback. So we can run a tight formation, still run our pass out of it. But if I see that they're rushing, guess what Jordan Love did? he went into max protection. Simple stuff. And when he went to max protection, he was able to get the ball off. And from that max protection under center, you didn't know if it was a pass or run. Just blew Dan Quinn away. Excuse me. Parsons said he's okay. Yeah, he's okay, but damn, when we don't have a linebacker, slide his butt to linebacker. It's okay. But anyway, yeah, I'm listening to you guys. What you guys think? Here's one. Parsons won't sack money that one. He could do that at linebacker. We've seen it. The speed that Michael Parsons carries, standing up over a center, gives the center the blues. It gives the center the blues, knowing I got to snap this ball, come up, get my stance, and stop this guy that runs a 4.40. So, yeah, it's plenty of ways that Parsons can get to the quarterback, but Dan Quinn basically did not make any adjustments. So, we don't know. Quinn can go. Yeah. I'm at that point. And here's the question, Teflon. Do you think? And this is what I want to ask. I've been asking folks at work and other people. I'm talking too fast again. Let me get a drink here, guys. But anyway, this is the question. Do you guys think the game has innovated to where the game has surpassed or passed Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn? Has the game evolved? Have the game become more innovative to where we got these old dudes, Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy? These guys, they're good, but think about what these young coaches are doing. These young coaches are doing motions, they doing misdirection, they doing razzle dazzles. And Dan Quinn just basically he failed. Come on, bring him up, moderator. Let's bring up some of these things coming. What we got? But that's the question. Okay, so Tyrone said no, he don't think the game has evolved. That Henry feels that he does. He thinks it does. It has rather. And it's a question that well, look at Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick says, shoot, I got to get out of here. In which he might get another job, but he had to leave the Patriots because it seems like the game passed him up. And I say that again with when we had Bill Parcells. I said, oh shoot, we're going to Super Bowl now. Bill Parcells is here. Shoot. Which he was a no-nonsense guy. He talked bad to those guys, but guess what? The game that he played had passed him up. What was that again by Teflon? Teflon said the game is turning back to run. Give it up. Man, I sure appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, I mean, man, I knew I wasn't crazy. We just need to be leaders and stop being players coach. Ooh, give it up. That's good stuff. It starts at the top. But Lord knows the question is who's running the top? Some people now, Brian Brothers from 105.3 The Fan, which covered the Cowboys really, really close back in the day. He feels that he don't think it's Jerry Jones that's doing all this now. He believes that it's Stephen Jones doing this. Yeah. Dan made up in a position for Parsons, but Parsons told Dan Quinn he's not going to linebacker. Yeah. Yeah, but we're talking about a 6'1", 6'2", 230-pound defensive end, and which he's damn good. But I think these teams are catching on how to play Parsons. And I'm not taking nothing away from Parsons because Parsons finished the season with 14 sacks. Yeah, Stephen and God. I agree. Something going on, Lord Nova, with what's going on because you never remember now. Jerry's one that he'll go out there and spend that money if he knows somebody out there. So, but we know that Jerry Jones is 81 years old now. He's 81. So, yeah. It's possible that Steven might be calling the shots. And again, they say his son just as dumb as Jerry. Yeah, evidently, evidently. And and I say this here too, y'all. I said we really need to focus on really getting a general manager. This is the reason we're in this position right now. We paid Dak, we paid Zeke too late when we should have paid him earlier. He wouldn't have cost us so much, but he cost us 90 million. Then we had to let him go because we couldn't afford him. Then we waited to pay Dak when we should have paid Dak early. We ended up having to pay him 160 million. So now we don't have any money. Then we did the same thing with Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup got a $65 million contract for 5 years. For what? I like Michael Gallup. I do. But 65 million, you just came off an ACL tear. Things like that. Now, here we go. We got to try to restructure contracts because we waited too late on Z. We waited too late on Dak. Then we give Zach Martin more money. And we need a general manager. We need a true general manager. That's what we need. But anyway, so yeah, guys, y'all know me. I'm just trying to figure this thing out and where do we go from here. And and I don't think we're gonna know anything no time soon. But personally, man, Dak, we've given you 8 years. We're giving you eight years. How about paying Jalen? I know it. We paid Jalen Smith, bro. Oh, we paid Jalen Smith. Who? That's what that's what happened when you don't have a true general manager. Stop the money talk because I've seen teams in cap hell. Wait. I agree. But who's going to pull the trigger and make some moves? We should have got Derrick Henry. I don't care. Sometimes you have to buy your Super Bowl. Derrick Henry was sitting out there. We did not make a move. Guys, I just don't know if we're going to have this type of chemistry that we had this year for next year. I just don't know if we're going to have the arson, the weapons that we had this year. Man, we was too close. You know what? This game here was worse than the debacle of Tony Romo fumbling the darn snap for the field goal. Can we just go all in one time? Go ahead. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. But I think this is the worst. I don't know, but do y'all think this disappointment is worse than the Tony Romo disappointment? I think so. Well, anyway, guys, I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. I sure appreciate you guys coming through, man, and hanging out with. Let me tell you something. This is what the Cowboy Huddle is all about. Cowboy Huddle is about coming on here, talking about our Cowboys, allowing new faces to come on, and just being a platform for others, man, to be able to, come on and voice their opinions, to give their suggestions and ideas. This is what we do. Cowboy Huddle is going to always be Cowboy Huddle. And I can't thank you guys enough for, coming through and hanging out with. As far as next year goes, all I can say is go Rangers. Yeah, let's give it up for them. And I think the Cowboys need to take a page out of their playbook, man. They spent money. They straight up spent money and got them a championship. So that's what we need to do. We need to figure out what we're going to do. I'm just saying. Stop 6 in the house. Give it up to Stop 6-1. Stop 6, what you got? What's on your mind before we get out of here, man? What's on your mind, man? We just talking about trade or not to trade. That's the question. Or extend or not to extend. That's the question. What do you think, Stop 6-1, before we get out of here, man? But again, man, I can't say it enough, man, how much I appreciate everybody coming through, man, hanging out with me and just taking our time. Like I say, everything from here on out probably is going to be breaking news. So I'm going to definitely continue to work to bring you some good content. And again, appreciate everybody coming through and just, hanging out with me. Like I said, this is straight barbershop talk, and we can talk about our Cowboys, but nobody else can. Felicia said it's going to take a big shakeup. Ooh, before the team wake up. Give it up. Ooh, that's what she said, y'all. That's what she said. But again, guys, y'all do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like button and the share button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you will be notified when the next video is posted. But again, I appreciate everybody coming through, hanging out with me, and we just have to see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens with the Cowboy. Stop 6. Let me get Stop 6 comment real quick before I get off here. That's my buddy. That's one of my ex-coaches. It's a sad situation, bro. I'm just hoping that they finally realize that time waits for nobody, and we need a championship. If the Detroit Lions can go, we have no excuse. Give it up for Stop 6-1. Again, that's what I say, man. I mean, the red carpet was laid out for us, and we tripped over our own foot. But anyway, you guys stay tuned. I mean, continue to stay tuned. We'll have something up on Saturdays. Check me out on Saturdays, Monday nights, and Wednesday nights. So we're going to keep this thing rolling. And again, our Wednesday night will definitely continue to be live. And I'll always put the link in the comments. So if you ever want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on and chop it up with your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan. And like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys. Deuces. All right, let's get out of here.